The sixth and final wife of King Henry VIII, this is the story of Catherine Parr. If you're a fan of history, then don't forget to follow and let me know in the comments what sort of content you want to see. As Queen of England, Catherine played an important role reconciling Henry VIII with his two daughters, the Lady Mary and the Lady Elizabeth, and it was during her queenship that they were eventually restored to the succession, although they did remain illegitimate. Catherine also had a very good relationship with her stepson, the future Edward VI. Catherine would publish her first book on the 25th of April, 1544. Psalms or Prayers was published anonymously and was an English translation of the Latin Psalms published by the ill-fated John Fisher in the mid-1520s. Catherine would publish her second book, Prayers or Meditations, under her own name in 1545, making her the first woman to publish in print an original work under her own name in the English language in England. Catherine would also go on to act as regent between July and September of 1544, whilst Henry was conducting his last campaign in France. It is widely accepted amongst historians that Catherine's behaviour during this period greatly influenced her stepdaughter, the future Elizabeth I. However, not everything was so smooth sailing for Catherine. Though she had been born a Catholic at some point in her life, Catherine became interested in what was then known as the New Faith. In 1546, the Conservative faction at the Tudor court, led by Thomas Wriothesley and Stephen Gardiner, believed that Catherine was actually a Protestant. It is very likely that Catherine was actually an ardent Protestant, and I think this is best demonstrated by her third book, The Lamentations of a Sinner, which was not published until after Henry VIII's death in late 1547. Gardiner and Wriothesley believed that Catherine had some sort of connection with the Protestant martyr Anne Askew. Catherine would come very close to being arrested in 1546 when an arrest warrant was drawn up against her. However, before the warrant could be executed, someone managed to get it to Catherine, and she had an absolute breakdown. The point where Henry VIII went to see what was going on. Catherine managed to convince Henry that she only debated religion with him to take his mind off the pain caused by an ulcer on his leg. Whatever Catherine said, it worked, because the following day when the Lord Chancellor went to arrest Catherine, the King dismissed him. Henry VIII died on the 28th of January 1547, leaving Catherine an annual allowance of £7,000, and even though she was now the Queen Dowager, Henry had ordered that Catherine should be given the respect of a Queen of England as if he was still alive. Come back for part 3.